So you're thinking of buying an Arcade1up cabinet but don't know which one to buy? Let's take a look at all of them and find out which one's the right one for you. Here we go!
Attention, Narc 1.
Oh no, the knife, man!
511 in progress.
Let's go!
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching Arizona's Arcade Heroes. Now, a lot of people are buying Arcade1ups now. They came out a couple years ago, but they really haven't hit it big until just recently when some of their newer machines came out. And there's a ton of videos online, guys, about modifying these. Now, some people want to buy these and just keep them the way they are. Most of them just come with a couple games, but you can modify these machines, and there's a lot of big differences between the different cabinets. So what I'm going to do here is go through each of the cabinets that are available and go through some of the pros and cons if you're deciding that you want to purchase one, or if you're going to purchase one and then modify it. But first and foremost, I must say, I went online and found a bunch of videos that show these cabinets up close and personal. So a lot of these are not my videos. I want to make sure that we're clear on that. But they do give you a good look at what these look like. And of course, I'm not making any money on this video. This is just to educate you on what's available out there. So without further ado, let's jump into the cabinets and get into some of the pros and cons. Here we go. All right, so we're going to start things off with Asteroids, which has Major Havoc, Lunar Lander, and Tempest as well. Now this one is one of the rare ones that has the spin knob for the handle to move the ship side to side, and then just the buttons on there. So no joysticks on this one. So this one might be okay to modify, or if you just like these games, you can leave them alone. These games are definitely included when you modify this, but I think if you're willing to drill the holes for the joystick and you like those graphics on the side, this one might be good for you. Otherwise, not great for modding, but still a good cabinet. It's got 4 classic Atari games on there, but again, no joysticks, and then just the buttons. All right, up next is the Galaga cabinet, which only has Galaga and Galaxian. Now this one is another Atari classic with a joystick kind of in the center of the control deck, and then you see it has the 1 fire button and just the 2 games. So if you did want to modify this one, you would definitely have to do some drilling. And it's a little awkward because the control panel has the joystick kind of off to the center a little bit. So if you wanted to go 2 players, that would be tricky. These machines have been seen as low as $75 at Walmart. So an easy pickup if you find one. Up next we have the Centipede cabinet, which also has Crystal Castles, Missile Command, and Millipede for Atari Classics. Now this one's pretty unique because this one just has the trackball in the center of the control deck with the buttons. So it'd be a great 1-player mod if that's all you needed, where you could just install a joystick and have the trackball already on there, but a very tricky mod if you were going to try to do 2, 3, or 4 players. But this is the Centipede cabinet that's got these 4 Atari Classics. So next is the Pac-Man cabinet. Now this one is about as simple as it gets. It's a beautiful cabinet if you love Pac-Man, but as far as modifying, this one has a joystick right in the center of the control deck with no buttons. So you'd have to drill holes for all new buttons, and it really could only be a 1-player with that joystick being in the middle. So pretty cool cabinet if you like Pac-Man, but not ideal for modding. So this is the Rampage cabinet, which also has Gauntlet, Joust, and Defender. This one's pretty unique as well because it's got 3 joysticks with 2 buttons on each joystick. So could be modified to a 3-player cabinet, but you have limited space on the control deck for the buttons. So this one's probably not a great mod one either, but does have 3 classic games on there to enjoy. Now this is the Golden Tee cabinet, which is pretty awesome because it has the trackball on there. Now you've seen these in bars and in pubs all over the place, but with that trackball on there already and a big enough control deck, you could actually add the buttons and the controller and mod this thing and have the best of both worlds, arcade games and Golden Tee all in one. So this one's a great one and it's easily moddable. Let's not forget about classic Space Invaders. Now this one has both Space Invaders, the color one and the black and white one, but you can see 1 joystick, 1 button. So tough to mod this control deck, but still really pretty graphics and a great classic Atari game. So not good for modding unless you change out the control deck, but still an enjoyable game. Now the Final Fight cabinet is one of my favorites. This one has Ghosts and Goblins, 1944, and Strider. So this one is perfect for modding, guys. It has beautiful graphics. Now this one actually has both joysticks with 2 buttons on each joystick, with definitely room to add more buttons. So This one's an ideal modification unit. It's even got the speakers up above behind the marquee. So this is actually one that I might actually leave alone and not modify, but if you do want to mod it, it's absolutely perfect for it. So here we have the Street Fighter cabinet. Now this one is one of the best. This one's got 3 different Street Fighter games on here, and this one is perfect for modding. It's got the speakers up above behind the marquee. It's also got 6 buttons on player 1 and player 2 with both joysticks. So beautiful graphics on the side of the cabinet. This one again could be left alone, but if you decided to modify it, would be perfect for that. So here's the Street Fighter 2 cabinet. So up next is the Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet. Now this one has 3 awesome Mortal Kombat titles with beautiful, stunning graphics on the side, as we see Raiden here. And this one's perfect for modding or leaving alone because it's got 6 buttons for each joystick. So you can actually leave this and enjoy the Mortal Kombat titles, or mod it and play all the other games with the Mortal Kombat titles. So excellent choice on this cabinet. Next is the Marvel Superheroes cabinet. Now this is one of my personal favorites. This one has 3 different games with Marvel Superheroes, X-Men, Children of the Atom, and Punisher, the side-scrolling beat-em-up. So with this having 2 fighting games on there, this definitely has all 6 buttons for both controllers, so it's perfect for modding. And it's got beautiful graphics, guys. Thanos on the side with the Infinity Gauntlet. And guys, with this one, they even have a limited edition cabinet. Now the difference between the regular and the limited is you see the yellow trim. This one has upgraded buttons and joysticks on it, and it also has a beautiful lit up marquee on the top. So either one of these Marvel cabinets is a wonderful choice. So up next we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cabinet. Now this is my personal favorite up to right now because this one has 4 players on the control deck. It's caught Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Time, Part 2. Both very good games, but the key thing with this cabinet, guys, is it's got all 4 players on the control deck. So when you mod this, you can add upgraded joysticks and all the buttons on there and enjoy 4-player action on your modded Arcade1up. So great left alone, but even better modded up, the best. Now the newest one that we've seen in 2020 is this limited edition Burger Time, which has a limited availability directly from Arcade1up on their website. Now this also has Bad Dudes, Karate Champ, and Caveman Ninja, and I personally don't care for the game Burger Time. It's a beautiful cabinet, but definitely modifiable, and it's got Bad Dudes on there, which is another great game. So another great pickup and a great score from Arcade1up. Now also coming out in 2020 will be the online capable NBA Jam 4-player cabinet, which you may not want to mod to interfere with the Wi-Fi capability, and Golden Axe the Revenge of Death Adder, both with unannounced release dates but will be coming out in 2020.
Alright guys, so there you have it. There is all of the Arcade1up cabinets available right now. Now the reason I did this, as I mentioned, a lot of these weren't my videos. I scoured the internet and YouTube to find all the cabinets available so that you could come to one spot and just see everything. Now keep in mind, a lot of these cabinets, you might like the graphics on the side, you might like the graphics on the front, but the control decks are the only things that are different, mainly in the locations of the speakers, but that can all be changed. So if there's a machine that you like that doesn't have the correct amount of spots for buttons or joysticks, you can always buy a separate control deck to put on there and put a label or sticker on that, and then add the buttons and the joysticks you need. So if you like the Pac-Man graphics, or you like the Asteroid graphics, etc., and you want to change that out, you can do that. I'm just showing you what they look like when they come stock. So if you don't want to do any drilling or modifying, you can just get the one that you need. But right now, in my personal opinion, the 4-player cabinets are the best because you can mod those with all 4 players, with all 4 joysticks and buttons. And on all of these, I recommend upgrading the speaker systems, which if you go back and watch some of my videos, I will show you exactly how to modify these machines and exactly how to upgrade the speaker systems and many other aspects of the cabinet. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to comment below if you have any questions or if you feel like I missed something. I appreciate you watching very much, and as always, liking and subscribing is greatly appreciated. So thank you for watching Arcade Heroes. I'm out.